Good day. What you see is archaeologists preparing for a day in Uppsadalur. We are in Svarfaðardalur in Iceland, and our team is going to drive a short way to do some research. Here we see Svarfaðardalur and the various farms that we are doing research on in Svarfaðardalur. We're going to Uppsasel, which is at the coast just beside, and Dalvík. Later we are going to look at Sel. But first Uppsasel, it is located in a high mountain valley. It is about 200 meters above sea level, going up to about 300 meters. And there's a high mountain on both sides. Here we see a farm mound in the valley. It's one of 6 farm mounds. This is in late June, and the grass is not very thick. But later it will be very thick. And here we see the spectacular view, and over the fjord in the background. This is Eyjafjörður, and with the town of Dalvík at the coast. We are going over the farm mounds, and here we can see a very clear structures from the turf houses that originally stood there. And here we can see directly in front of us the earth wall, the ancient earth wall. The archaeologists in the background, they are doing a test trench into this earth wall to see how old it is. And the earth wall was originally about 1.5 meters in height. It's built from material just beside the wall, and then it has fallen into the earth, or sunk rather into the earth, and but it's still very clearly visible on the surface. Now we are coming to the place where the archaeologists are doing the test trench. And it is Hólmfríður who is testing. Elín Ósk is with us, also Howell and Asta. Here you can see a drone photography of the same area. We begin with an earth wall, and here we can also see the irrigation, or the creek that was created to water the farm. And here we see the farmhouses. This was probably a farm. It's called a shieling, but it was probably originally a farm. And here we can see another group of archaeologists again at work. This is on the same occasion. So here they are they have done the trench, and it turned out that the wall is from before 1100. It was built before 1100.
Elín Ósk, archaeologist.
Let's hear what Elín Ósk has to say.
How are you doing?
Doing great. It's a beautiful day.
Yes, but we have a lot of people here. What are they occupied with? What are they doing?
They are starting to take a trench through a boundary that we think have closed, like a big home field of a sort, through around a probable shieling. This was a shieling, at least as far as we know.
Yes.
Some theories that they might have been occupied throughout the year at some point.
Yes.
But primarily a shieling with quite a few ruins and a nice sunken boundary that we're trenching now in the hope of dating it.
Okay.
Dating at least the oldest occupation. We think the boundary might not have been kept into the later stages of the occupation.
Okay. We are in a valley, high valley, How was it used? How was the land use here?
Yeah, of course, right here we have the shieling, and that's just, you walk up the farm is below, you walk up a steep hill, and then you come to this sort of off valley, and the shieling was at the sort of edge of that, on a kind of very nice, sheltered, grassy area. But then the valley is very sort of luscious and green, and there are ruins further in, possibly used from the shieling, or possibly also a temporary shieling further in.
Okay.
But also there's peat cutting going on further in, and of course lots of grazing, and even to the present, I mean in the 20th century they were still herding their cows into the valley and having them grazing here.
Yes.
And then this is Uppsadalur on this side, belonging to Uppsir.
Yes.
But then on the other side of the river there's Böggvisstaðadalur.
Yes.
Now we are at Svarfaðardalur. It's higher up in the mountain. We see Maria and Ivar, they are walking towards the shieling. This stone is called shieling stone, selsteinn. And they are waving, and we can see Svarfaðardalur there, the lower red circle we saw before. It's in the middle of the valley, above the farm. You can see down into the valley. Here we see the shieling ruins, and Ivar and Maria are standing on top of it, and we see down to Svarfaðardalur, which is the home farm of the shieling. And people went up here to this place with a spectacular view of the valley, and then grazed the animals in these lush green fields beside the shieling. It's called Mýrar. It's at 500 meters and altitude.